Hi, welcome to my channel, and to all my new viewers, welcome. Today, I'd like to talk about comparison and how comparison kills your wealth. Stay tuned. First of all, stop comparing. You need to realize we are never the same and we will never be the same. So the moment you're comparing yourself to someone else, you're doing yourself so much injustice. Whatever is motivating someone else, there's a high chance is not the same thing that would motivate you. Or the reason as to why someone else is doing something else, you wouldn't use that as a reason to achieve or try to get something. So just don't, because you'll just compromise yourself. Well, I'll share a few ways in which comparison affects your finances. The first way comparison is killing your wealth is it distracts you from your goals because you're focused on other people. When will you have the time to even focus on yourself? Comparing yourself with others shifts your focus because it simply means you're looking at them, you're busy observing them. So you won't have time to focus on your journey or your achievements. It will distract you from that. So when you compare yourself, it distracts you from your goals. It makes it even harder for you to reach your goals. You'll never progress. Okay? Another way it's killing your finances is it leads to a lot of impulse spending. Comparing yourself with other people, you end up even buying things that you didn't mean or you don't need, you didn't mean to buy. You end up overspending just to keep up. You find yourself prioritizing appearances over meaningful things like investments or even trying to build something like an emergency fund. Prioritizing appearances over building your finances will kill your finances. You'll just keep going downhill financially. Or you haven't heard of cases where someone is buying things because of someone else. You bought a dress, I want to buy the same dress. And we have different body types. I end up looking weird. But because I want to keep up with you, I'd rather break my budget trying to impress or trying to fit in. That's a danger zone. Okay? Overspending and building finances don't go together. Another way comparison kills your wealth is it creates unnecessary stress for you. You ask how? This is because when you constantly measure yourself with other people, of course, you'll feel stressed at some point in time. When you compare yourself with others, you'll always feel inadequate, especially if those people you're comparing yourself with are doing better or are pretending to do better. You'll die of burnout. Okay? You'll burn your finances. And I don't know what you'll do with yourself when you start getting debt just because of comparison. So you'll just find yourself anxious because someone else has something that you don't. Another big disadvantage of comparison is it makes you overlook your own strengths. You won't be able to notice your unique strengths, as I said earlier, because you're busy looking at other people and comparing yourself. Sometimes, yes, you might compare yourself, but this is something you need. It's a habit you need to curb because it's not good for you. Unless this comparison inspires you, if it does not inspire you, just stop comparing yourself with other people. And this is because comparison blinds you to your own unique talents. You don't see your talents anymore. You see someone else's and you start comparing yourself. Yet, God blessed you differently. You have great, better opportunities if you take a moment to look inside yourself. But when you're busy comparing yourself with other people, you might be too blind to even see or notice opportunities that come for you. And when you tend to overlook or not notice your talents and opportunities, that stunts your growth. Financially, mentally, emotionally, you name it. So comparison does a lot of harm for you. Another downside of comparison is it makes you have unrealistic expectations. You might find someone comparing themselves with someone and yet they're in different stages in life. For instance, you find a young man who is in their 20s or 30s admiring or comparing themselves with a man who's almost in their 50s driving a big car. That's injustice. There's a probability by the time you're that man's age, you could be even more wealthier than him. Okay? So when you start comparing yourself to this kind of person, you'll start creating unrealistic standards for yourself. And when you don't meet these standards, you beat yourself so hard, and then now you become stressed, depressed, you're always anxious. No. So that's another disadvantage of comparison. You might also end up biting more than you can chew because you want to reach to that level, and you forget sometimes it takes time. When you talk to even those people, they'll tell you it took time for them to get to where they are. So ask them, by the time they were your age, which level were they at? That is what maybe you can try and compare yourself with, but not where they are right now. Another way comparison kills your wealth is it reduces gratitude and reduces your confidence. You become less confident and you're no longer thankful for whatever you have because you become like you just want more. And focusing on others robs you of your appreciation for your own achievements, no matter how small. And when you don't see your achievements, it will lower your self-esteem because you'll always feel like you're not making any difference, like you're not moving from point A to point B. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Be grateful for whatever it is that you have, whatever you have achieved, no matter how small. That's why in my other videos I talk about appreciating yourself, celebrating the small wins. If someone else is able to build a 5-bedroom or to buy a 5-bedroom apartment and you're able to buy 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, congratulate yourself. People are different. We can never be the same. We will never be the same. Okay? So when you compare yourself, you'll be less grateful and less confident because you'll always feel like you're never enough. You'll never be enough. I'm not talking about this like I've never been affected by some of these points, about comparing myself. Sometimes it happens to even the best of us. It can happen to anyone. You can see your friend, they're doing well, and you start questioning yourself, questioning God. You forget about the good things that are happening in your life because you're busy looking at other people. No, sometimes you just need to shut the world outside and focus on you. And that's the only way you'll see what God has done for you. That's the only way you'll see the steps you've made for your own life. So be grateful. Comparison will always fuel insecurities. One of the rules of life that I go with is no matter where I am or where I go, there's always going to be someone doing better than me, and there's always going to be people that I am doing better than. We can't all be on the same level. And as long as you know there's always going to be these kinds of people, those who are better than you and the ones you're doing better than, for me, that's how life balances. Don't ever compare. Comparison will kill all of your joy. You'll never be happy about anything. Another way comparison kills your finances or your wealth is it stagnates your creativity and innovation. By that I mean, you might be a very creative person, but instead of being creative, when you start comparing yourself with other people, you now start copying them instead of being you or doing you. If you're a designer, instead of you designing your own things, you start looking at other people's designs and you start copying. Instead of finding creative ways to grow, you end up copying other people, thus limiting yourself the ability to stand out. Because now when you copy someone else, how will you ever stand out? It was their idea. You looked at them and you felt like you were not enough. So you took their idea. We will never know you. Okay? You'll always be in the shadow or in the masses of these people you're comparing yourself to. You see how bad that can be. Don't overshadow yourself. You're a signature. So if you scratch your own signature to copy someone else's signature, you see how that's a lot of, you're not being fair to yourself. Okay? So comparison steals your creativity and you stop being innovative. You just become a common person, a copycat. Remember, Everyone has different starting points in life. Okay. That person you're comparing themselves with, you're comparing yourself with, where they started is not where you started. The challenges they go through in life might be totally different from your challenges. The support system they have in life might be totally different from the support system you have in life. So when you go and compare with such a person, you'll break your own back. Your own progress is sustainable when it's built with patience. Be patient with yourself. Don't be in a hurry. It is good to look at other people and appreciate them where they are in life, okay, in their journey. But don't pressure yourself. Just try to keep up with them. If someone's speed is fast and yours is slow, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We are at different points in life, all of us. You could be starting and they're finishing and you don't know. So don't compare. You'd rather stick to your own lane, okay? So this is more like of an example of someone buying their own car using cash versus someone financing a luxury car. You who has a small car that is completely paid for, you're far ahead than this person who's financing a luxurious car. So shift your mindset. Change your mindset from comparison to inspiration. So instead of comparing yourself to other people, inspire yourself. And like I said earlier, if you don't get inspired, please then stop looking at these people. Okay? Because you'll end up doing everything for the wrong reasons. Let them inspire you, period. Because when you compare yourself, this can lead to depression, anxiety, and feelings of inadequacy. You'll always have low self-esteem and chronic stress. And everywhere you go, you'll just have bad vibes. You'll always be low, your mood is low, your energy is low, because you feel like you're never enough. So just stop comparing yourself. Learn to speak to yourself with kindness and compassion. Stop being so pushy with yourself. Don't push yourself too hard until you break. You end up doing things a normal person wouldn't do. Be kind to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You know your own problems. You know how much you can stretch. Okay? Don't go overstretching yourself. Be true to yourself. Focus on self-acceptance. You know, there's nothing beautiful like accepting yourself the way you are. That way no one can ever intimidate you, no matter who they are. So focus on accepting yourself just the way you are. Some things take time. Focus on growth and be authentic. Be yourself. Trust the process. As long as you're making the right decisions, I'm sure you'll be heading to the right place. And eventually that place that you want to be, you'll get there. You might even find yourself, these people you're comparing yourselves with, you might find yourself even doing better than them. Just be true to yourself. Stop comparing yourself with other people because it will affect your finances. It will affect your money because you'll end up making the wrong choices. And these choices will be more about them than it is about you. Well, that's it for us today. I hope this gets to help someone. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will be notified once we upload another new video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.